today we are back with another football video. We're back with a Chelsea video today. I am a Chelsea fan, so we are going to be going into Xabi Alonso's Chelsea for 2026-27 season. I don't know a lot of the signings, so this is going to be sort of based on Xabi Alonso's style of play, 3-4-3 /3-4-2-1, and I'm going to do some signings that I think are realistic, but that I would like personally. So if you could drop a like and subscribe, that would be appreciated. So let's bump into it. Let's jump into it. So first of all, I apologise about the camera quality. I will be working on it. I am early doors to this, but yeah, things will improve. Anyway, let's start in goal. So in goal, we have got Robert Sanchez, and it'll most likely be Mike Penders as backup. I think in an ideal world, we probably replace Robert Sanchez. I think he was good for the first 6 months of last season, and then towards the back end he was shaky again. It'd be nice to replace Sanchez, but how many goalkeepers are actually out there that are that great at the minute? In the world, there's not actually, I can't think of that many. So I'm going to stick with Sanchez with Mike Penders as backup. I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. So Sanchez in goal. Is Sanchez with a Z at the end? I think it is. Sanchez, yeah. Sanchez in goal. Right, we're going to go for back three. So on the left, I think this is huge, the fact that he's back. It's a big shame he got injured in pre-season. Levi Colwill at left centre-back. His passing, his left foot, quite a unique centre-back to be fair. I think he's going to be huge. He's going to be massive in the way Xabi Alonso wants to play. Then passes straight to our forwards. None of this pissing around with the ball and stuff. Like, his left foot is like a wand. Incredible. So Levi Colwill left centre back. Middle centre back. This is where we need a new signing, in my opinion. Sick of Wesley Fofana, sick of Chalobah, sick of Tosin. All of them can just leave. Buddy Shield a lot. So this is where we're gonna go. We are heavily linked with him. We're gonna go with Lacroix. I actually would have loved to get Canate, but he went to Real Madrid. So we'll go with Lacroix. Played in a back three already at Palace, and he had a very good season. Can he make the step up? Or you could even say step down, because Chelsea did pretty poor last season. I've done the X a little bit wonky there, but yeah, I think physically he's very good. He's fairly fast as well. I think he could them two can complement each other. He's very aggressive, and he's a bit more laid back, but both very good on the ball. Mainly leave Colwill to the passing. Right centre back. See, this is where some people might disagree with this, but I'm actually going to put Reece James at right centre back. I just don't know if he's got the legs to play right wing back. I think Reece James of 4 or 5 years ago, 100%. He was unbelievable at right wing back. Absolutely unbelievable. I think Reece James is quite a different player though since all the injuries he's had. He's actually, as of recording this, he's just got injured again for England at the World Cup. Hamstring's gone. I'm hoping it's not too bad, but at centre back you don't need to run as much. It's not as demanding, and he's built perfectly, and he's proved that defensively he can lock up any wingers. So that is some back three. Little bit of question marks about the keeper, but I like the back three. Right wing back. This is where the new lad comes in. Again, I don't know loads about him, but Palestra. I think this is how you spell it, Palestra. He actually got the Serie A defender of the season. Apologies about the light, but yeah, he got Serie A MVP or something. Defender of the season. Got the second most take-ins in Serie A. Only Yildiz had more take-ons, so he's a wing back that will get his man. hopefully beat his man. I don't know what he's like defensively. I've seen a lot of good things about him going forward. Not sure about defensively, but he's about 6'2", so this is a very physical defence so far. And obviously Arsenal have proved that being physical and focusing on that a lot, I think that's the way football's sort of gone, sadly. Palestra. So, yeah, I'm hoping he has a good season. Looks like we might get rid of Malo Gusto, so yeah, Palestra right wing back, right left wing back. We've obviously got rid of Cucurella, so I do think Joel Hatto's very good. I think he'll be the backup to Colwell. I'm not sure Hatto can play left wing back. He probably can, but not as good as I'd like. And I think the wing backs are probably if not the main part of the system in a Xabi Alonso style of play. Obviously, Leverkusen, Grimaldo, and Frimpong were absolutely massive. So left wing back anyway. We're getting linked with the Leeds left back. We're getting linked with that like Goodmanson. We've got linked with Robinson from Fulham. Who else we've been linked to? My dream. This is partly realistic, partly my dream. I'm gonna go with, you might have heard of him, HALL, Lewis Hall. We should never have sold him. Obviously, he ended up pushing for a move because Cucurella was ahead of him, but Lewis Hall, just what a player. I ain't got much to say. The only problem is with Lewis Hall is that Newcastle, every team seems to be raiding Newcastle. I'm seeing Tonali get linked away, Bruno G. Gordon's already left. Lewis Hall's linked away. Newcastle just aren't going to sell every single player. That'd be stupid. So, don't know about Lewis Hall. Don't know how realistic it is. If we didn't get Hall, I'm thinking off the top of my head right now. People are saying Gwenda could maybe play there, but I think if we want to get top 4 again, I think it might be too soon. I just want experience and just someone that can come in and be really solid, because Cucurella was a real solid left back. So I think we'll go with Hall for now. Off the top of my head, I can't think of many. They could play wing back, but it's a key position. Right, midfield. It's going to be big. So, at Leverkusen he had Xhaka. I think it was Andrich. I think it was Xhaka and Andrich, and Xhaka was incredible that season. I think he also had Palacios as well. But yeah, Moises Caicedo, goes without saying. He did drop off a bit towards the back end of the season, but so did a lot of our players. I think that's massively down to just the way the club's run. A lot of our players got demotivated as soon as Maresca pretty much walked. We had Rosinha, we had interim managers, it's been a mess. But getting back to Caicedo, the first 6 months, he was arguably the best midfielder in the world. Arguably, I'd say top 5. He doesn't have a weakness. He's incredible on the ball, off the ball, wow. The only thing is, towards the back end of the season, like I said, he was quite poor, and he gave away a lot of fouls. I'm hoping he can get back to his best. I don't see why he can't. And he has to be an engine in there, box to box. Happy days. Next to Caicedo, I actually do see Enzo Fernandez leaving. I think he'll go to Real Madrid. As of recording this right now, Enzo Fernandez is still at Chelsea, but he's getting linked away. My dream signing would be Bruno Guimaraes to replace him, but there's no way we signed Lewis Hall and Bruno Guimaraes. There's no way. I think Bruno Guimaraes is incredible, and I think he's a right-footed Xhaka in a way. If we don't get him, do you know what? I love Wharton, and I know that means we're going to sign 2 players from Palace, but I do think we'll end up giving them a few players. I think it'll work out like that. So Adam Wharton next to Caicedo. Absolutely love Wharton. His left foot is incredible. His passing, I think, could be huge. Playing the balls through to the wing backs and the forwards. Yeah. Centre mid, write / DM, whatever you want to call it. This is a position that a lot of big clubs are looking at. That's why Man City have just spent 130 million on Anderson. Manchester United are going to need to replace Casemiro, so Spurs are looking at Tonali. There's so many big teams that need this position. So I see Wharton leaving Palace. Whether or not it's to Chelsea, I don't know, but I think we are rumoured for him, and I'd love him, to be honest. I think he's a brilliant player. So that brings us to the attack. Now, by the way, I've not really thought about this team very much before this video, so I'm doing this off the top of my head. But on the right hand side, this is a guy that's, by the way, we've got no Europe next season, so we don't have to worry about rotating and players being unfit, and this guy should be fully fit next season. There's no excuses. There's no excuses for him not to get back to his best. I really need to sneeze, boys, but I'm going to fight to not sneeze. Cole Palmer. No, I really need to sneeze. It's actually annoying. My hay fever's going fucking apeshit lately. Cole Palmer. I mean, Wharton. I can already see it. Wharton. Keep playing them balls to Palmer. I really hope Xabi Alonso can bring out the best of Palmer. If I remember correctly, at Leverkusen, he did play sort of 2 10s behind, like, I think it was Boniface. There was Boniface and someone else. Was it Schick? It was Schick. But obviously he had Wirtz and, like, Hoffman, I think it was, and Teller just behind him, so it was like sort of 2 10s. So we've got Palmer. The left hand side is the biggest question mark for me because I do not want to see Garnacho. Pedro Neto, I don't mind as a sub, but I'd rather Neto didn't start. Estevao has had a horrific injury. I absolutely love Estevao. Apologies. Oh my God, Estevao, you know. I mean, we've got Gwenda coming back. We've even got like Nicholas Jackson coming back, which I actually, unpopular opinion, I actually really like Jackson. I think he could be a good squad player for us, but not starter. João Pedro could play in that position really, but I want him up front, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Estevao over here. Estevao. You've got to bear in mind we don't have Europe, so we haven't had as much income, so I don't know if we'll be able to spend as much. Because for the FFP shit, I don't know. And that leaves us with JP. I'm just JP10. JP10 on his JP20 here to add. Sorry guys. João Pedro 20. Palmer's number 10. Yeah, João Pedro. Honest to God, how this guy didn't get called up for Brazil. I've got no words. He had a little bit of a slow start in the league. Wow, the last he was about the only good player for us. His hold-up play, his link-up play, heading, finishing, powerful, physical. It is unreal. We just need the players around him to improve. He's so good, and I think everyone could see that. I mean, some of the goals he scored, what the unbelievable. I mean, that goal against Newcastle, he flicked it round with his head. Wow, I genuinely think if Chelsea perform next season, João Pedro 20 goals plus, it's got to happen. Palmer 10 plus assists. I like the look of this team. No Europe, so we can just focus on the league and the domestic cups. And one thing I hated last season, and it was under Maresca, he'd rotate the defence all the time, and I think to win the league or to get top for whatever, you need to have a consistent structure, a consistent like spine at least. Like you look at Arsenal, how they maybe rotate the left back here and there, Calafiori and who else plays there? Luis Kelly played in midfield a bit, but you know what I mean, right back that rotate a little bit, but they would always have Raya, they'd always have Gabriel, always have Saliba, always have Rice. And that was the spine. But at Chelsea, every week he'd rotate different things. And it's partly because we had Europe, but it's partly because, I don't know, he just loved doing it. So next season, I'm hoping Xabi Alonso has a good spine and sticks to it. And then we can actually build consistency. And another thing, before I end this video, I really feel like we need to have a huge, not only change in strategy, which I think we're going to do, focus on a bit more experience, but we also need a big clear out. Like, the amount of players we have, just clear them out. Disassi, I mean, Chalobah will keep a squad player, but Tosin can go, Badiashile can go, Fofana go, Gusto go, Chilwell, if he's still at Chelsea, go. I mean, he can't even keep track of who we've got. I'd get rid of Lavia, way too unfit. I'm sick of these bloody players made of glass. Garnacho can go, Liam Delap can go, Omega's coming in, so I don't know. I'd probably get rid of Omega, to be fair, put him on loan. I'd keep Jackson as a backup. I mean, Jorgensen will go. Who else have we got? So many bloody players. Andrea Santos I'd keep. Esu go. I mean, go's in his name, so maybe go. Don't know, I've not seen much of him. Esu go. Do you know what? It's just come to my brain. Left wing back, an option could be Diego Moreira, to be fair. From what I've seen at Strasbourg, left wing back. Looks very good. Very good going forward anyway. Of course we've got Valentin Barco as well coming in. He can play midfield, centre mid, and also wing back. He didn't do too well at Brighton, but obviously he's transformed himself massively at Strasbourg because he was sort of viewed as a left back. And now he's moved into centre mid, and he had an unreal game against PSG. He just looks so tidy on the ball, good vision. You can talk about physicality in the Premier League, maybe that'll let him down, I don't know, but yeah, Barco's another option. I'm just trying to think of forwards. I can't stand half our team, to be honest. I try to erase them from my brain, but yeah, the main optimism I've got is that I think we're going to change our strategy a bit, because a lot of the players went to the board and moaned. And the other thing is that we got Xabi Alonso. I still cannot believe we got Xabi Alonso over Liverpool. I cannot believe it. The fact that he sacked out in a slot after we got Xabi Alonso was absolutely mad. So I do think we'll probably come around. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope we win the league, but I do think we'll come 4th, maybe 5th next season, which is obviously a big improvement from last season because we finished, what did we finish, 10th in the end? Or was it 12th? I can't even remember. It feels like a blur. The back end of last season was fucking horrendous. We had Champions League last season as well. I can barely remember it. It feels like a blur. But yeah, that's my team. Let me know what you think in the comments. What would you change as a Chelsea fan or as a non-Chelsea fan? Let me know. And if you've got any tips for ASMR, because I'm very new to this, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and peace out.